Hi everybody, welcome back to RoyalBluFX. Today we're going to do the the Forex weekly analysis and review on the trades that we've taken. And so without any further ado, let's do this. All right, so we're going to start on US30. We were only focusing on two currency pairs this week, and it was the US30 against the US30 and the USD Mexican. So I have them all prepared when I started this video, as you can see here with the replay button. We always start on the higher time frame. This week we were actually scalping a lot because I'm working on the course for everybody. But I wanted to have my main focus on the course mostly so I can finish it, but have the mornings to scalp the market. So as you see here now, we were focusing on the 5 minute, 3 minute, and the 1 minute, and we would enter trades on the 5 second, which is like ultra scalping. And I know some of you guys may be like, what the heck, like you're able to scalp that low, and are you actually making a lot of money? Well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter what time frame you're trading, what type of lot sizes. It just depends on what type of lot sizes you're using, right? So anyway, so we started on the 5 minute, right? We marked our supply and demand levels here. You can see there's impulse, retracement, impulse, an impulse and a retracement. So we marked our retracement area here from the demand. Once we saw this area, once price touched this demand area, we quickly scaled down to the lower time frame, and we quickly scaled down to the lower time frame down here. Let me just go back on the lower time frame here and maybe go on 5 seconds so we can show you guys maybe a little better. All right, let's see, where are we? Should be close. Probably not. Let's see. Give me a few minutes here, guys. Where is it? Here we are. Got lost in all this. All right, let's just do this. Let's be better. Okay, so once price touched our order block, or the demand level right here, I believe, we were right here at this point. Market was actually just pushing up this way. We're on the 1 minute, and we sell this unmitigated order block here after this impulse right here. And when price touched our order block here again, we were following the trend. The trend was an uptrend on the higher time frame on the 5 minute, and it's also up on it was up on the 1 minute, on every time frame here, from 3 minutes to the 1 minute, and then to the 5 seconds. As you can see, everything was just bullish. So my idea was to look for the reversal and to target these highs at this point. So when we were here, we identified the chalk, and then we noticed we were looking for the order block that was responsible for the break, and you can clearly see it here on the 5 seconds. So we marked that out and just waited patiently for the markets to come and tap us in. Once that happened, we were good to go. We hit this high here with a 13.8%. So we were just noticing that even though the markets were going up, and the price came down, we weren't hesitant to get out of the markets, obviously, but we did take some partials right about halfway into the trade, so we can secure some profits, and we let the rest run. And good thing for us was that the markets did tap us and hit the target for us, and then so that was good for that. And then as the 5 seconds really fast, so we were able to watch the market entirely throughout this whole period. I wasn't here. I don't know where I was. Probably in the bathroom doing going to the bathroom or something. But price tagged us here in this order block here, and in this demand level on the 5 seconds. Again, we understand that price is moving up. All right, price is breaking structure like this, so we were looking for buys. And once price tagged us here, price definitely took off. We could have targeted this high, and we would have made our money here. Of course, you can see here that the chotch happens again. That famous chotch happens here again. Comes down to an order block here. It literally breaks this high by the pip, right? Pulls back into an unmitigated order block or the last high, which would be this area here, and then takes off again. All right, so fast forward to this here. The reason why we took the sell here is because we understood that price wasn't breaking here. Price was just respecting these highs. As you can see, there's a lot of liquidity, sell side liquidity here. So we could have had an area where the market actually tapped out all this liquidity and come back down into the order block here or whatever to make lower lows. But instead, what confirmed us to sell this was this high here took out all this sell side liquidity here, and this liquidity was taken out by this guy here, right there. So this confirmed us that price was indeed moving down. We also had a bunch of liquidity sitting down here, and that told us, okay, well, we need price to come and sell to take out all this liquidity. And we understood this was our high. Sorry, this was our low, and this was our current high. I'm sorry, actually. Yeah, this is our low, this is our high, this is our low, this is our high. So we have so much liquidity in here, as you can see, and also you can see all this whole move here, actually this move here had to make this void like this, okay? I'll explain all this in the course what this void means exactly, but it created this huge void, which means, and we were expecting this huge void, which means we're also looking for buys here, but I wasn't here at the time. So, but back to this trade here, once price, I think, yeah, price was here obviously, and price did a chotch right there. I didn't mark it out for some reason, but price chotched over here and price chotched over here, like this. All right, once that happens, we waited for the markets to come back to the last high, which was this area here. And then, as you can see, there's liquidity formed here. There's more liquidity where price came here and took out this buy side, sell side liquidity here. Price goes down, as you can see, and then in this area here, price is moving up, which told me, okay, well, you know, we're still, this area here is moving upwards, but we need to sell it, obviously. And what told me to sell it was, you know, this sell side liquidity standing here with this inducement area here, just kind of teasing, you know, everybody here, this area, teasing to, you know, sell off early. I knew that price had to be taken out here, or at least the liquidity had to be taken out here in order to look for the sell. So, you know, we had our 1% risk, risking 0.9 pips here, and targeting 1.2 pips here. Oh, I'm sorry, no, risking 5 pips and then targeting 105 pips here. So that was the whole play for this. And we knew that price had to come down to this area here. Since all this information here was building up, we had to target this low. And that's where we ended this trade with a, with a 21% reward. All right, so let's move forward. We took a lot of a lot of scalping trades this week. Here we go. Let's go all the way down. We started on a higher time frame again, which would have been the 5-minute for us. You know, realizing and looking at the demand levels and the supply levels, we can see clearly the demand is still bullish. It's still pushing price up, and you can also see this huge sweep right here of liquidity that just happened, where the suppliers just came out and took out. Suppliers came out and took out all this liquidity, and here's that unmitigated area that we were looking at. Price came and tapped there. We were scaling all the way down to the 5 seconds, from the 1 minute to the 5 seconds, right here. Let's look at this area. Okay, once price was here, we were looking for our famous chotch again. We saw the chotch here. Okay, price broke below, price broke above this high, this last high and this last low. Okay, and then we marked our area of the last low, where the last low was. Sure enough, you can see it here. Price tapped us in, and we took it off and took off, and we're targeting this high here, where this supply level is. I had my 1% risk positioned here. I normally use this tool that gives me about 50%. So I didn't really risk 1%. I actually risked 0.5% on this, half a percent. It's a way to control our risk, better control our risk whenever we're taking trades. So this is really it's a really helpful tool. We did the same thing again here. Once we entered this trade, we saw the famous chart again here. All right, then price broke below, broke back above. Now we have to see who was responsible for this break. It was this area here, this supply area. Unfortunately, as you can see here, where was the trade taken? It wasn't taken here. It was actually taken here, right there. I don't know why it shifted me this way, but I was looking for the area for price to come and tap this order block. It didn't tap, so it did form liquidity or inducement, as you can see, right? Because later, as you can see here, price comes and taps the order block and then takes off. Which I'll explain this move. I'll explain this later. So I was looking to buy here when we bought, right? Price. I'm looking to target this high. Price did, in fact, break another structure up above, like this. Had another order. Had another chotch. Price broke below. Price broke above. Came back, and then we're looking to target this low now. And we took this buy, we targeted this high, and then I believe we ended up at this high here. Price was coming down, and then we took, oh no, we didn't buy here at all. I was just waiting for price to actually tag us right up here at this supply level. Once supply level was tagged, we were still holding this trade to see if price could ever shoot up again, and unfortunately it didn't. And price just started shooting down, and I was like, all right, well, if price shoots down, it has to pull back again. It has to do a retracement. If not, then I would have lost this trade entirely. But price did pull back, in fact, and then I was able to quickly analyze this to see what was happening here, to see if we could take another sell, another trade, and we did. We took this trade here. Price started to push back up. I looked to take another sell here. Unfortunately, I should have done a better job to understand that we were pushing upwards, not downwards. Okay, nothing in this market, in this area here, told us we should sell. I just sold based off of an area that the market said we should sell right here, which is factually wrong. If you can see here, we had this area doing bullish movement right here, so there's no way in the world that this should have been a sell at all, or this. You can see an area here where this does give us this chotch, a small chotch. Okay, price does give us this reversal. So this would have been a fail entirely, obviously, which it was. And we were aiming for this low. Now, had I been a little more smart about this, I would have been able to catch this trade here at this order block that I had marked. And you can see the inducement right here. So it took out this whole liquidity, and price pushed up just as it should have, and so that was my bad. So don't trade the way I trade sometimes. Don't rush into trades. You need to wait for confirmations, obviously, like this trade should have given me, or analyze it a lot better, because we were on a huge demand level here. Okay, so in all theory, price is moving up, and up. We shouldn't have been looking for sells at all at this area. So that was our mistake, but we learn from our mistakes and we move on. All right, let's go to the next trades. All right, this gets a little funky here. Oh, and what do you know? Price didn't push all the way up due to the fact that we had a high and a low here. So it definitely respected this high and pushed the market down based off of this order flow and market structure, as you can see. Let's fast forward this a little bit. If the market isn't lagging, or my internet isn't lagging. All right, I don't know what that is, all those markings that I did here. My goodness, what is this? All right, here we go. So let's go back on the 5 minute. Excuse me, guys. All right, let's fast forward. Let's fast forward here. I don't know why this does this, but the TradingView does this crap, and I hate it so much. Messes with your oh, there we go, much better. Messes with your charts a little bit. Okay, so we were here on the 5 minute again, and then we dropped down to the 1 minute. We understood again that price is in fact bullish. We're looking for buys only. So we went down to the lower time frame, to the 5 seconds. We marked out our major supply area. I marked out the supply area because we did have an area of price broke structure here, so major structure here, which also made sense for us to look for potential sell here. Now I knew that this wasn't going to be a sell. It was going to be a seller's market. I was looking for a quick sell for this area, for this bullish demand level here, to take the retracement. I was selling a retracement back to this order block right here. And unfortunately, you know, when you're trading against the trend or selling retracements, there aren't the best quality of trades. You know, you're risking a lot, or they're more riskier than safe. You know, as you can see here, though, I did take a sell. I was targeting this demand level, and then price just obviously went up and took us out, and we took a loss in that, which is okay. We always risk 1%, obviously. Then I was like, all right, well, I know price is bullish. Price is bullish here. In order for it to be completely bullish, we need to like take this high out, obviously. So we're still in this kind of weird, the red zone where, you know, is it bullish or bearish? Because price could, you know, quickly just turn bearish here and break structure here and start looking, you know, you can start looking for sells to take price down, right? So in a sense, this was a little bit risky because we didn't know what price would do here, but we were just following the 1 minute, you know, demand from here. Once we took an L on this, we quickly saw that we had a break of structure. We saw that we had liquidity here. We saw that this was the last downtrend here, the last sell, the last down move. You can see the high and the low here, but more importantly, you can see the high and low from this area here. And then as soon as we saw our order block tapped, this gave us the idea that we should buy immediately here. Now you can see that we were taking only 0.5% and not a full 1%, because we were still quite a little unsure of it, although we were taking a little bit of risk. We knew that if price tapped the supply level, that price would come here and take out this liquidity or this inducement, and then we would take off from here. And sure enough, our risk paid off entirely, which was great. So our trade paid off for this. We were targeting, what did we target? What did we make this on? 7.7% on this trade. Once we had the break of this high, of this major high where the supply major demand is, we were just again looking for more demand levels. You can see we had a complete break of structure. We also had a charge, break below, a break back above. Now it's time to identify for these order blocks again. We identified this area as an area where the market takes a pause and then pushes really fast here. There were two areas. There was either this area or this area where price was going to come and mitigate to. And so we just waited patiently, right? As any trader should. We were waiting patiently for the market to come and tap us in there. Once price tapped in like this, it was a go for us, and we're like, okay, well, that's our buy, that's our cue. We took a buy here. Now, whether you should buy here or not really depends on the trader. There are a lot of traders who just wait for the confirmation, which I also do. You know, there's risk confirmation, a risk entry, and a confirmation entry, which we'll talk about that later. But you didn't have to. I didn't have to take a trade here. I could have waited for the confirmation entry. Also waited for the charge to happen, which just happened here. Break below, break back above, and here's where the other entry that we took right here, as price went further and further on. So this is where I felt like this is where the trade would have gone. And then we had then we were looking for the next buy off here. Obviously, we had an area where price created a liquidity here. Price took out that liquidity area, right here, right? Took out that liquidity here. Then we waited for price to come back to mitigate these areas. We saw some more liquidity right over here. We marked the last low, and then we just waited patiently for markets to come here and tap us in for the buy. And then we targeted this high here. We took out break even on this trade because price stopped here and reversed, which told us that, okay, well, this low is lower than this high here, so price is probably just reversing to go back down here. And so we got out of this trade. And then once price was pushing down here, we identified, that we saw this area here where price created this liquidity. Price needed this area here, needed to take out liquidity, and also created this inducement area here. So we had to wait for the inducement to be taken out for us to look for potential buys upwards. Unfortunately, I don't think I was here for that. But we were looking for. I took another sell here because order flow was down here, and we took that sell and it paid off there, and we finished our trade. We didn't finish our trade here, to be precise. We finished it down here, and then we just waited now for the next move to happen. We were looking for potential buys here because this is our last low. This is our high here. So it made sense for us to look for buys here. You can see that order flow is downward, so anything could have happened here. It could have tapped us into this order block and moved price even further. So we're just watching what price was doing here the whole time. As I can see, price did break this high, price broke this low, and now we're waiting for the buy here, I believe. I don't know why we didn't buy here. This would have been a good buy after the charge happened, but you don't have to rush everything. We had another area where price broke structure, which was here. You can see that there's an area here that price never touched, or actually, did it touch? Yeah, actually did touch, right there. I don't know why it's this way, but it should be like right here. This wick right here touched this last low. So there was this low here where price didn't touch, so we waited for price here. Price made some liquidity, so we were waiting patiently for this to come and be taken out. Once price took out that liquidity, we entered that trade beautifully. Again, this is a very risky trade, because this is what happens. You see, price can come out and take you out. Now, obviously, I took a buy here when we shouldn't have, because price just made liquidity on these major highs here, and when price does that, it doesn't guarantee that price is just going to go back up, right? Even though we're bullish in every way here, but this was a dumb trade to take. But it's okay. We lost a little bit. I know what happened, and I knew we shouldn't have taken it once price stopped here. And then price tagged this order block and also tagged this order block. I don't remember what happened here. I don't think I took any. Of course, I didn't take any buys. You can see the order flow is bearish here, so it's not doing anything. Okay, here's where you can see the only reason why price left off from here. Oh, let me go back to this. I took a buy here, which I shouldn't have. If we look at this low and this high here, we took a buy on the discount area, which is pretty bad. When you buy the market at a discount, it doesn't promise you the best of a quality of the trade, and I should have had that in my mind while we were looking for the trades. But of course, when you're looking to buy anything, always buy it at premium, and the premium level for me is this gray area right here. And look at the quality of the trade. Price pulled all the way back, touched this unmitigated area. Sorry, actually it took out liquidity here, or did it? No, just continue mitigating the same area here and pushed up right here. So that's why this trade performed better than this one here, if I was there to be patient, obviously. Alright, obviously you can see here we're looking for this area to be tapped in. We weren't tapped in at all. You can see this high and this low. This high was tapped in, or at least this last low move was tapped in, and price pushed up. We were looking for more buys. I didn't do anything here. I don't know why, and I marked it, but I didn't do anything there. Let's see if there's any other trades that we took. Oh yeah, let's fast forward here. I was probably eating dinner or something here at this time. And then I was going to continue trading more. All right, so we're still bullish in this market. You can see the high and the low here. If the market broke this low here, then we would think otherwise, seeing if markets probably are just taking out liquidity here, maybe reacting off to this order block here to take price even higher like this. So we're always watching for that. Yes, now here's where I was looking for the chotch. A break below, I was looking for the break above. Once this happened here, actually it didn't even happen yet. Hold on. There we go. Once this happened here, I understood that liquidity was taken out, right? The inducement and liquidity. There's trendline liquidity. There's double top liquidity here. I marked the last high here, and then I used that 50% entry tool, and only took half a percentage here, and then took the sell from here, and then I got out right away because I understood that either this was going to be my buy or this would be my buy. And once we saw this doji candle here, this huge wick rejection, I got out the minute, or the second, sorry, because we're trading on seconds. I got out right away, and then I looked for the potential entry here. Now, I believe, yeah, we entered this because we knew price did the chotch. If you can see the low broken here and the high, it was broken below, broken back above, and then here's our last down candle for the buy. And so I immediately took a buy. I wasn't hesitating to buy here at all. I knew it was an uptrend this whole time, and we're looking to target these highs here. So we took a buy there, smashed it, did a pretty good job, and then we had another break above, right? It's the same thing over and over. It's just a repeated, repetition, sorry, over and over. You have another chotch below, another chotch above, and then now you got to find that unmitigated order block, that last low that was responsible for this break, and then we were waiting for that for the market to come and tag us. Okay, once price was playing like this, we saw price was creating liquidity. The liquidity was taken. We're not reacting to this move right away, obviously. If the market did this, actually, I'll show you guys. If the market actually broke above this high here, then I would have known that this move here would be the buy now, and we would forget about this demand zone. The reason for that is because you need to adapt to the market, adapt to the market's moves, at all times, because the markets don't always come to the order blocks, although they do, most of the time, but not all the time. And that, as traders, we need to, open up our eyes and actually understand that, we just have to accept that the markets will never do what we want them to do. We just have to wait and respond to what they are doing, right? So since the markets took out liquidity, there's a good chance sometimes the markets will break above like this, above this high. Now this would be my chotch from this low and this high, and I would look for entries in this area to look for the buys going up. So sure enough, we were monitoring this area here, seeing what price did, and when price reversed like this, I was like, all right, this is good news for us. We're gonna look for the buys here. And sure enough, we just took that buy, right, and then aimed this high here, and this is what we got out for this trade. So it was a beautiful trade, nonetheless. We profited, how much did we profit here? We profited a 16.5, a 17.6% on this trade, and we profited kind of like a 2.7%, which is weak sauce, but hey, money is money at the end of the day. All right. So I don't know if I took any more trades after this. Oh, yes, we did. The show goes on. Keep scalping. All right, oops. Went too far here. All right. Back on the 5 seconds here. So we're just on 5 seconds. We're on a roll right now. We're on fire. We feel it, right? As any trader should do, you should always be patient and wait for the markets to give you, those footprints, or give you some, some answers, obviously, to show you what's good and what's not in the market, whether you should buy it or whether you shouldn't. we saw this area here. We saw that there's so much liquidity. Price took out this liquidity. Price broke this high, and it gave us that chotch that we're looking for, right? Here's your high, here's your low. Price broke this low. Price broke the high. So we're just waiting for price to retrace. Once we marked out our low, we saw that there was inducement, in fact. And now we're just waiting for the market to come in here and take it out, right? If it did do that and it started to, you know, do something like this, okay, and it didn't you know, I would try and adapt to this market and maybe look for entries here now to take the buy and shoot back up. Okay, the idea is to spot those chotches or chalks, those reversals. The idea is to adapt to the market this whole time. So, all right, let's continue with this trade. Oh, look what happened here. All right, price did break below, price did break above. Now, obviously, I was going to look for potential entries here, although, you know, nothing happened because obviously this low is lower than this. So it made no sense whatsoever to look for buys after that low has happened. It didn't make any sense to buy here at all. We just need to be patient as well. Price created more liquidity here, more inducements, took out that liquidity, and I know after it takes out liquidity, price just starts to shoot up. And it's hasta mañana from here on out. I could have looked for more entries. You could see that there's another break that happened here, a break below and a break back above. Could have looked for another buy here, but, you know, just decided to stay in the markets. And then there you go, right? Price takes off again. Liquidity is being built below. Liquidity was taken above. Internal liquidity is being taken out as well. And there you go. Just hit the TP there. And that was it for this trade. We hit 12% on this trade. Risking 1%. So I hope you guys are still with me on this because I know there's a lot of trades that we're taking, especially scalps, obviously because this is only scalping. As you can see here, I could have entered here again, but didn't enter obviously because we had a rejection from this high, and now we have what's called the flip zone here, where we're looking for the buys from this area here. So we were waiting for price. Price is making order flow, you know, beautiful order flow pushing price up. We're looking for price to extend right now because it's in a choppy area, just like so. We saw price extend. We see this last low here, and then we see order block here, and we also see this order block as well in there. We're waiting for price to just come in there beautifully to tap us in, and then price took off, I believe. Oh no, I know what happened here. This is bad. This is bad. But we lost 2 trades here, which is totally fine with 1%. There we go. Yeah. The reason why we lost here and why you shouldn't trade here, obviously, is look at this. Look at the low and look at the high here. Where are we trading? We're trading in the 50% area, the discount area, which is pretty bad. We are, however, still in a buying, in a buy position here, because this is the low here, this is the high. Should have waited for price to come back here and then look for the buys. I don't know if I took any. Oh, I did take more trades. Let's play this fast. Okay, see if I was here at the time, I would have bought this, but had to be patient, obviously. You can see we have the chotch here, chotch below, and chotch right above. So, and price, look at that. Jeez. This is the one I regretted not buying. Okay, so clearly we had a huge break structure, all right, telling us that price is indeed bullish. We're going to continue looking for more buys. I don't know what's happening here and why I didn't mark any of this stuff here. But once price got to this area, it was starting to move. No, okay, never mind. Price did came to the order block that I was looking at. I didn't buy here. I don't know what I was doing again. Unfortunately, it would have been nice to buy from this area. Okay, so here's what happened here. Here's why I bought here. Again, let me just use this. Let me use this tool here. As you can see, here's the high and here's the low. The markets, I still bought at the discount area. Now, there's a reason to this. there was a flip zone that happened here, and also the chotch, right? Break below, the break above. You can see it broke below, broke back above, it came down and shot. The reason why this is a flip zone is because price here flipped from this last high here, and we look at that current last down candle here before price takes off, and so we entered here without any doubt, targeting this high. And we could have taken more trades. Of course, we didn't take any other trades, but if I stood in even just a little bit more, I would have made a ton more R on that one. If I could zoom out and look all the way to the left, I'll see where the markets would, where the market's liquidity is. So if price is moving up like this, oops, moving up, down, down. Okay, something like that. Oop, let me just redo it again here, guys. Price is moving up like this. Okay, and then, is that correct? Yeah, it is correct. On the left side here, price is taking this out this high. Okay, this area here, this extension is taking out this high. Okay, and then it's taking that money, pushing all the way back. So I could have found some other high up here to target right over here. Okay, let's continue. How many more trades do I have here? I feel like I did a lot. Let's go to 3 minute maybe and see what happened here. I believe this was the next day. Oh, here. Okay, back to the 5 second. Here we go. All right. Oh yeah, these were good trades. Okay, so no, sorry, this is still the same night. Yes, okay. We had a perfect extension here. We had our low, we had our high. Just waiting patiently for the markets to come down here. We had some perfect inducement. Price took a sell, respected the slow, and I was famously looking for that chotch once again right there. Took a buy, targeted this high, and I targeted this high. Finished up here. Didn't finish up here because I didn't know what was happening, and the price may be reversing here again, and it wasn't reversing. But although I had that idea that it would, because this big gray area here is my supply zone, so it could have just tapped here and then started going down, breaking structure here. But what's funny about this is that the 5 second or the 1 minute, this low was never violated. It was respected, so I could have stayed in, obviously, and tapped this high, or tapped this high, sorry. Actually, no, sorry. What am I doing? I tapped this high, just didn't tap anything above it. We saw more order flow here. Price broke above. Saw this high again. Marked the area here where price extended fast. Marked our low here and here. And this was the last low that wasn't mitigated. And then just waited patiently. Price went above. Price tapped our order block actually. And then from this low, come on. From this low, I didn't take a buy right away. I waited for price to pretty much give me a chotch from here. Couldn't see it, but I understood what the movement was doing here. And I took the buy and I tamed this high and I finished the trade this way. Then I looked for the sell, because this was this was a strong protected high here. And so I took the sell based off of this chotch here. We had a chotch above and a chotch below. So then my entry was right there. Risk a very minuscule, very minuscule. We targeted 25.7%, risked 4 pips to gain 103 pips. So do the math there and you'll see this is a great R to R. We targeted this low, right? And we finished down here. This was our TP right there, as you can see. Yeah, so that was a beautiful trade nonetheless. Let's see if we took any others. We took more right up there. Or, no, I guess I was looking for something. Yeah, I was looking for something, but nothing happened, and I think I was probably sleeping that day. I think I was sleeping that night, obviously. I would need my sleep. Okay, so here we are. We're entering this area here. We could see that there was this low here, creating liquidity. So we were here at that time, that morning. Scaled all the way down to the lower time frame. And so let's see what happened here. Price was, okay, I see it. The price was making a well, lower lows, right? Price went up, took out liquidity, mitigated this order block here, and took the sell down. Now I wanted to take this extension, continue the sells from this extension. As you can see, there's a low here, and there's a lot of liquidity here. So I dropped down to the 5-second level, and then now I saw we had a huge extension. Price had to either come up here to this area or this area for the sell. And then, okay, there we go. I was like, where did price go? You know, why did price shoot all the way this far? Fortunately, for us, sometimes it gets a little tricky. This whole area here is the up move before the down happened. So me highlighting this area as the last up move isn't wrong, but it's good to take note that this is also the last up move before the down move, because this in fact is like one entire candle on the higher time frame, and then price just shoots down like this. So would have been nice to highlight both of them and wait for the to tap. So I was looking for the sells, and I was correct on that. I would have profited there. So again, what do we see here? I didn't chase the market, obviously. I waited to see this. We have the chart here. Price goes up, price goes down. Oops. Let's go back here. And I was going to wait to profit on this trade down. As you see, price moves so fast, didn't have a day to even tag this. Price came up here, took it without a doubt. Of course, sometimes you're a little worried, in terms of what's happening here. In terms of taking, this is a very risky trade, by the way, because neither the low was broken, the low wasn't broken at all right here. So I don't know what made me think I should just take a sell here, even though we made a low, but I needed to wait for a confirmation like this. Oops. Down, up, down, and then to take a trade like that. But that's not what happened. So I think I got taken out of this one. Oh no? Did I? I don't know. I forget. I either took a sell here or here. I took sells on both of them, I think. There we go. No, so I didn't take a sell here. I lost this one entirely. And obviously, you can see the order flow here. Price did not break this low. So what made me think that I should stay in this trade? I stood in here and I was like, all right, well, let's just see price going down. But fortunately, sometimes you lose, so I don't know what was going through my head that day. So let's skip out to this one. And that's just it. Let's see, is there any other trades that we took? Oh, let's go back. I see something. Sorry, that was just a figment of my imagination. Don't know what I was looking at. Let's just fast forward to here. I know this video is too long, guys, but I'm hoping you guys are enjoying what I'm showing you guys, because a lot of this is, hopefully you guys are benefiting from what I'm showing you. And if you guys, like this video, go, put a thumbs up on this video, because I really need those likes, because if you guys are my protectors and my warriors and my lovely people for this, for RoyalBluFX, come on, I gotta see some love given out to me. Okay, enough of that blabber. Okay, here we go, guys. So I always start on the higher time frame, of course. I saw that we touched and mitigated our last low. I was doing something here, maybe sleeping at this time. I don't know what happened here, but obviously you can see price just took off beautifully. We saw the famous chotch. once again. I positioned ourselves. Oh, okay, this is the new analysis. Sorry, guys, this is where it ends. I'm looking for a buy here, so yeah, that's a free trade for you guys right there, if you guys want to take it. So that was that. Let's go to USD Mexican. This one was actually, I'll cut it there, and I'll make a new video on this one. So just to save time on this video, so we'll just end it at US30. All right, guys, if you like this video, please leave a great thumbs up. And you know, your boy here is trying to really, you know, show you guys all the value and everything I give. Thank you for supporting this channel, and until then, I will see you later.